If you're watching this, you probably know how Breaking Bad comes to an end. It's a traumatizing story, one that leaves you feeling destroyed, broken, and lost. And it's safe to say that most of the alarming problems Walt and Jesse face are no doubt ones that they directly or indirectly create on their own, finding themselves in dangerous situations because of their dangerous choices. But this kind of reoccurring trouble always comes from a source, a poor life decision. And there is a decisive moment, a moment where these two characters are pushed into a corner, and instead of doing it the right way, they take the easy way. And rewatching the choices that Walt and Jesse make, they sign their life away earlier than you might think. In the 4th episode of Season 2, titled Down. After Jesse is questioned by the DEA, his money is confiscated, and he needs Walt's help to get back on his feet. Walt and Jesse are partners, 50-50, but Walt doesn't want to lose his half of the money over Jesse's carelessness. And while Walt lays low after his fugue state, he's on the path to redeeming himself in the eyes of his family, trying to be the best father and husband he can be. But Skylar can see past these grand gestures, and she knows he's lying about something. And until Walt can come clean, she treats him exactly how she felt when Walter was missing, worried sick, waiting at home, with no sign as to where her husband might be. Jesse is forced to vacate his house after his parents discover his meth lab, and after calling his parents' bluff, he is kicked to the street with nowhere to go. Jesse and Walt both just want to talk.
The time for talking has passed, Jesse.
But Jesse has missed his chance, and Walt is missing his. While Walt tries to find another way to appease his family besides coming clean, he starts losing touch with both Skylar and Flynn. Walt can't connect with them if he doesn't let them in, and he is put in a position where he has to tell the truth. Jesse can't find a place to stay, realizing that all the people he knew have grown up without him, and things just seem to get worse and worse for Jesse. And with no one to help him, Jesse is forced to take the easy way, not the right one, and he steals back his RV. Walt can't take Skylar's neglect anymore, and he's ready to apologize for everything he's ever done. But an apology isn't enough, and Walt can't do the only thing he has to do, and instead of telling the truth, he shifts the blame.
Tell you what.
And Skylar's face is unforgettable. This is the moment when Walter loses his wife, and the beginning of when Walter starts to lose who he is. And now the Walter we know so well has come out of his shell. The manipulative one, the abusive one, the one that has no respect for someone like Jesse Pinkman. And when Jesse is at his lowest point and comes to Walt, Walt is a relentless parent, directing his anger at his child, telling Jesse what he's heard this whole episode, that he's useless, and it's enough to make him snap. But Jesse needs Walt. He knows it, and Walt knows it. And our protagonists, both alone, make the biggest mistake of the entire show, leaving their equal partnership for a relationship that is unequal, one that is toxic, and one that is tragic. Walt and Jesse both miss out on their chances at redemption, and their later attempts are futile because of how deep they've gotten into the drug business. And when such a destructive duo has nowhere to go but up, everything around them starts to fall apart. It's a climax that predicts the rest of the show, a point of no return that brings together the means to an end. The episode title can show how low Walt and Jesse fall before getting back up on their feet. But it can also mean something more permanent, an event so catastrophic that builds momentum until it comes to an inevitable, fiery crash. Until it has nowhere to go
but down.